Good evening. Today happened to be the 22nd December, and that is Ma Sharadamani Devi's birthday. So, obviously, this is a very special day for all of us, and obviously, of course, we'll be celebrating it on the Tithi Puja day, that is in January, I think 3rd or 4th, the 4th January. Because if you have noticed, 2023, there was no Tithi Puja of Ma Sharadamani Devi. The whole year, 2022 it was, and 24th again. And 24th will be twice, in the January again in December. So I think 24 will be a good year for the humanity. We hope for so. So all this war will stop, and again the normals will come back, and all positive thought will come. As he was singing that wonderful bhajan, that she is the mother, and mother means all love. That love should reach to each and everyone's heart. That is the only prayer. And God is, if you ask who is God, the Swami Vivekananda gave the definition of God. He said, unselfishness is God. And you cannot become unselfish unless you are purely, completely in love. You sacrifice for those whom you love. A father earning the money, and then he is distributing among his children and the family because they love. That is the reason. So the love is the first basis, and through love only, unselfishness, and moment we become 100% unselfish, we are God ourselves. So that is the main. Yesterday we started this discussion, and we were discussing about how to become God. Now, those who have followed the yesterday's talk, you know the two common things are there between God and us. We, the individual self, are known as Jiva, according to Vedanta. And Ishvara, the God, and who is residing in everyone's heart and controlling everything, doing everything. So what is the common thing between two of us? Huh? Consciousness. The first, the Jiva, the Sanskrit definition, ahamkara, then upahita chaitanya. The ahamkara, the ego, the I, that is actually covered by, the chaitanya is covered by that. And what is Ishvara? Maya upahita chaitanya. Now this is Ishvara. Now if you remove the ahamkara and upahita, and maya and upahita, both are chaitanya, both are consciousness. So that is the main thing. Unless and until we are already pure, we can never become the purity itself, the God. So we can become God because that is there. And the only problem is the ahamkara is a part of maya. And what is ahamkara? It's the same that maya. And as because yesterday we were trying to understand what is ahamkara, we say that this body, whenever we say ahamkara, we always touch this. But the body is constantly changing. So which body then we are pointing? Every moment it is changing. Mind is changing. But still we are going on shouting ahamkara. We have already discussed that we are consciousness because when we sleep, we forget our body, we forget our mind, and in deep sleep, only consciousness remains, but covered with ignorance. That is the problem. But though ahamkara upahita chaitanya, but we are controlled by ahamkara. Maya upahita chaitanya, but he is the master of the Maya. This is the difference. The Ishvara controls the Maya. And we are under control of the Maya. Now this is the problem. And who is the master of the Maya? Ishvara. Ishvara is the master of the Maya. And we are under control of Maya. So who can remove this bondage from Maya? Ishvara. The Lord only. And that is the reason we should pray to God. Otherwise it is all right. But unless the God gives us. Now, the prince and the king, both are there. But if the king is not giving the power to the prince, he can never rule. He will remain continuously. That happened. And he became almost old, and somehow the mother went then only. And then somehow, no, whatever. No, we see it all around. So that way, it is there. So we have to go to the Ishvara and say, see, we have become already old. And when, thoda sa to de do, something you should give to us. If the Ishvara, we will go and say, we have already become old and we are, at least some liberation you should give it to us. What is it? Then Ishvara say, okay, then remove. So why we should pray to God? Because of this. The God and me both are consciousness, but God is the Lord of the Maya, which is binding everything, ruling everything. How the government is ruling you? By the rules. Unless and until you do this, you will be bound by this. Who made the rule? Government has made the rule. Who chose the government? Modern day, we chose the government. That is the problem. Now, we are same. But now he is the ruler and I am in the receiving end. I must have to do it. So we should pray to the God. And what is the problem? This is the question is, who is bound? This body is bound or mind is bound? We have two, body, mind and consciousness. Now, who is bound? Is the body is bound or mind is bound? Mind. Excellent. Mano eva manushyanam karanam bhatta mokshaya. And sometimes some people, they start thinking, oh, we are suffering, we are suffering, we are suffering. They're thinking. For everything they think in that way. And who can help him? Because he himself or she herself had decided, I am suffering. I told in many of my talks, one lady, long back, I was brahmachari, she was to call me, Swamiji, my husband, he loves so much drama and all that. After the office, he goes for the drama and he never comes back in right time, etc. He respects you, please tell him. I told, some little time is also necessary for that person. Either he will go to the club or this is a good thing. They will do little drama. What is there? After the office hour, he goes. Anyway, I told her, give some time to your wife, what is it? And that was solved. Now, son. Oh, what will happen to my son? What will happen to my... No, after the husband, the son. And son, then slowly he also grew up. He also became an engineer. He got a job and he went to Bangalore. Again, he has gone to Bangalore. Who will look after him? And we must give him a marriage to please tell him. Then when he was married, oh, this wife is not correct. Until after the third generation, I cannot continue. That is not possible. Then afterwards, jokingly, I told her, see, you should not give up the trouble because that is the only thing you are surviving on. So after there is no problem, not trouble, then how you will survive? After getting up from the sleep, what you will do? Let it be there. So this sometimes we create this thing and we like to be in that. So mano eva manushyanam karanam. The cause is in the mind. If you have noticed, Swami Balabhadrananda visited here, I noticed this one thing very well. Whatever food you give, he will say, I like it. Not that all the time he likes it. But he suggests his mind and he says, this food, I like it. And the mind will be started thinking, okay, no problem. Because master, I am the master. I'm asking the mind. Yeah, I like it. What is your problem? I like to go eat it. And mind will start loving it. So mind is the end. It is not the body. Mind is the main cause of suffering. We have to remember it. Mind is the main cause. So why actually the problem? Problem is apasmriti. What is apasmriti? Apasmriti. We forget about the soul. We always think about the body and the mind. You will find the children when they're growing up, we will take care of their food, holistic food, good food should be there and this, that. And then we take them for some play, some music, something apart from the study. So we take the care of the body and the mind. What about the soul? We don't take care of the soul. We have to ask them to sit quietly and to try to concentrate, try to meditate. That is very important. But we never learn it. All this, then when we grow up, we become mature, our mind is everywhere scattered, then we come to know, hey, I have to control my mind. One 82 years old gentleman came, Maharaj, teach me how to meditate. Another only 12 years left. 85 gone. Then why unnecessarily? Next life, what is there? Next time we'll try. Life is constant. 85 years old, mind is everywhere. Now, great grandchildren, and when there you have to take up everything. And it is very difficult. So, mind control, because we are not aware of the self. So, we must have to, at least 10 minutes time, we have to give to practice meditation. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna say, unless you meditate, you cannot get liberation. Meditation is very important. And meditation means forgetting, yesterday I told, what? First, body. And second, mind. And you have to go and merge in the deep thought of God. That's all. As if you are going to take a good sleep. So instead of lying down, you are sitting, and then first you are forgetting your body, going inside the mind, and then worshipping the God, and then merging with the God. So first forget the body, then forget the mind, and go to the self, which is full of joy, and be there for some time. Then come back. And when you are coming back and getting up, and you are all fresh, your mind is all fresh. So that is the way, but we are apasmriti. The first cause is apasmriti. We are forgetful of the self. That is the main cause. Second is viparjaya. It is a dangerous. What is that? Viparjaya means we start thinking this body and the mind as the self. That's called viparjaya. There is a distraction. Viparjaya. So destruction. What is that destruction? Terrible destruction. Because we think something which is completely opposite as that. The body is perishable. Mind is perishable, limited. But we start thinking that that is the self, and we go on worshipping the body and the mind. That is called viparjaya. And you will find sometimes some people, they will say political leader, I am not mentioning political leader, but they will put him in the same line of spiritual luminaries. Oh, he is also. Look at his life, what he has done. And how can you put him over there? Just because he was telling some good words and all that, but hypocrisy is terrible. They will mesmerize you. Those who are very good hypocrite, they will mesmerize you. And that moment you'll be under his spell. Truly, as I am telling, I am remembering the day, and I could not forgive myself because I became a fool. One gentleman came and he started telling in the Advaita ashram. Rang the bell. We came down. That was Sunday, and there was no one. And we came down. It is a 5-story building. So from there we came down, and he told, "There's an accident. I made the accident. I have nothing. Please give me some money and all that." And the way he said, 5 or 6 of us, we all went under his spell, and we collected some money because Manager Maharaj was not there. Somehow we gave him in those days nearly 200, 300 rupees. And afterwards we came to know, no, it was completely cheating. But that very moment, because it's wonderful, the dramatist, he will say in that way, behave in such a way, he is gasping. And that is, the hypocrites are like that. And you have to be very, very careful about it. Everywhere they are there. They will be there. They're part of life. But I have to be careful. So Viparjaya means sometimes some people, they are saying this body and mind is the main self. You are one to worship. This is the main thing. So we have to be careful. How will we be careful? So we have to take our body and mind under our control. So what is the body? Our body is nothing but Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya, you have to give food. Unless you give food, then body won't work. The disciple came and he said to his master, "Sir, tell me what is Brahman?" Casually. He just made and said, "Please tell me what is Brahman." Then the teacher said, "Have you finished your breakfast?" "Yes." "From today, coming 15 days, you should not eat anything. And then come and ask this question." He said, "Okay." And now, Master has said, she started fasting. Slowly. He forgot everything because no food, nothing was there. How he will survive? 15 days is a long period of time. And then after the 15 days, he is not coming. Teacher sent somebody to bring him. He said, "You wanted to know something?" "I've forgotten." Actually, I was thinking if I get some food, well, yes, go and eat some food for another 15 days and then come. Then he ate slowly. Again, he became normal and he came. And then the teacher advised him, "Annam Brahmeti Vajanat." Annam, the food is the Brahman. Remember. And that's why you will find in the Hindu houses, they will never waste food. Because that is the Brahman. That is helping you to survive. You should not waste it. As much possible, if possible for you, eat. Don't waste it. The people will take much and then they eat little and then they will throw. Oh my God. No, you should not. Hundreds and thousands of people cannot get that food. Whatever little. But in America, lavish. So whatever they will give so much. Then there is another practice to go. Half you eat and half pack. Come. So anyway, by that way it goes on. Annam Brahmeti Bhajanat. Fast is the body. Physically, without food you cannot survive. If you need to survive, you have to eat food. And what type of food? Chapya, Chashya, Lejja and Peya. 4 types of food. When you are chewing, Chapya, Choshya, you are leaking. Chapya, Chashya, Lejja and Peya. And what is the Lejja? And Peya means drinking. The Chapya, Chashya, Lejja, Peya. These 4 type of food are there, you can eat. So here is a big question. For the Hindus, food is a great thing. Because someone told, Ahara Suddha, Sapta Suddhi. If your food is all right, then you are all right. Because Sapta Suddhi, your mind will get that Sattik Guna. But what is that ahara? Now, whole India is suffering in that. They are all, that's why Swami Vivekananda became very angry. And he said, my child, do you think you have religion? Your religion now in the kitchen. What you will eat, how you will hold, who is cooking, what he is cooking, what nonsense. We have forgotten there are two types of foods are there. Gross food that we eat. And this the food, it differs according to the regions, according to the culture, the way of growing up, different type of food are there. It doesn't matter at all. Because it is connected with the body. The food that we are eating for the body is for the body only. Body will never go to God. Of course, in the Western culture, in the other places, they think the whole body will go. So after the death, they will make the body so wonderfully, and then the nice coat and all dresses, and you won't feel that the man is dead. It looks much better than he is alive. They will paint and all that. Then they'll put them. But whatever it may be, after a few days, they'll rot. Body doesn't go to anywhere. It is only the soul. It is only the mind. We have to be careful. Mind is life. That is subtle. So the body's food, whatever it may be, whatever you like. In the Bhagavad Gita, it has been given Svattika food, Rajasika food, Tamasika food. It never said that you should not eat this, you should not eat that. As some wrong-headed people, they think it is. And the people, they are very happy when they try to dictate. Every one of us like to dictate. And they feel very happy. When a young lady come as the daughter-in-law, she is listening. When she become mother-in-law, she starts dictating. This goes on. And we love to dictate.
Could you try again?
Sorry, okay. Now, this goes on in this way. When the brahmachari, our devotees are coming, and after some days, new devotees are coming, the whole devotees say, hey, you should not do this, this, and that. We like to do like that. This is our nature. We have to
analyze. I'm still not sure about that.
We have to analyze that where. Otherwise, it will be very difficult if we don't analyze it. So, body has nothing to do. Will you believe? In the 13th Kando of the Bhagavata is very clearly mentioned. Bhagavata is not Advaita book. It is the Bhagavata, the book of devotion. It says to Narada, Narada, God has created food for every being. You need not to worry about it. When they were thinking what they will eat, now the war is over, everybody is dead, and now Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, all they are going inside the jungle. Then they were thinking, Yudhishthira was thinking, what they will eat. We are not there. Who will give them food? Then Narada says, you need not to worry. God has created food for everyone. There, I've forgotten the number of the verse. It says very clearly that two-legged being will eat four-legged being. And also the fishes, also the birds. It is there. No, we don't know. And even if we know, we will translate it in a different way, completely, in our own way, whatever we like. And the two means, the one is gehu and one is rice. Today. And this is the way they always like to say. But it is not. Whatever you think is good for your health is okay. That it has nothing to do with, you have to keep in mind, because it continuously, the Hindu mind is wasting their energy by thinking what I should eat and what I should not. Eat that which you like. And then, after eating that, you feel nourishment in the body and mind. That's all. Anything, any good thing also, if you eat more, that is harmful. They eat moderately, that much. Second food is subtle food. That is for the mind. What the mind eats, tell me. Now I am feeding you, isn't it? Through Sravana. That when you are hearing, through ear you are eating, through smell you are eating, through eye you are eating, through touch you are eating. That means impressions are going on your mind. The subtle food. The gross food, Tim Horton, then these and that, this is all gross food. But subtle food, the good thoughts. When you go and listen to a good music and some melodious music, your mind becomes calm. But if you go to a pub and and you go and listen over there, you are a very calm and quiet man. After 5 minutes, you are also jumping. Sir, what happened to you? Not for me, because of they are feeding me so much. What to do? They can make you mad, In the war, they always go on singing the patriotic song. And then they become very, we will do it, we will do it. So what is this? If you notice in the game, the teacher, they will call them and they will inspire them. You are the Chicago Bear. You can do it. Oh, we can do it. Then they will go and jump. What is that? Food. And you are just licking something, chocolate, and going for the game. You won't win. This is the food is necessary. So food for mind is very, very essential. And there one should be careful. The body, whatever you can, adjust. Sometimes some food you cannot digest. It is not for you. Don't go for that. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, of course, he said in a different way, different mind, different body can accept different type of food. Some very simple type of food, some you should be, with the oil and ghee and everything should be Rajashika, and that way you should, with different type of. But the mind food is very, very important. If you go on listening negative thought, you will become a negative person. If you go on listening a positive thought, you will be a positive person. I will give you an example. And at that time we are now brahmachari. I was working in Advaita Ashram. In those days, people used to say in the envelope with the stamps. No? There's no other communication system. A group of people, boys, they used to come to us to collect those tickets. Many of our Swamis were also very much interested to collect those different type of countries, the stamps. One little boy, he came and from the outside of the road, he was telling me, I don't want stamp, I want a good picture of Jesus. Then I told, are you a Christian? No, I'm a Hindu. And why Jesus? You can take the picture of Krishna. Krishna also looks good. But that doesn't matter. Jesus is also looking good. Krishna is also looking good. This moment I want Jesus. Can you give it to me or not? That this is Hindu mind. Though he is not a rich man's son, ordinary, but that is the positive way. Jesus is also God. Krishna is also God. This moment I like Jesus to keep with me. So what is your problem? If you like to give, you give. But negative thought will go on. No. What happens? You become narrow. The moment you are narrow, you are dead. Swami Vivekananda said, expansion is life. Contraction is death. The moment you say these only and no more, you are a dead man, dead person. You know nothing about others. So when you know, that's why yesterday I was asking, very nicely you have kept that all the symbols of different religions. And then the lady, she was, I don't know, she must be here somewhere. And she was telling she did it. But when I asked what is this one, she told I will learn and come back tomorrow, answer tomorrow. It's okay. Now, they're so wonderful. So why these so different type of symbols of different religions? So there's a black and the white, and they say half portions darkness, asuras, and half portion is divine. So we must go for the God. So knowing that, it is so wonderful. You know, when we joined in the Ramakrishna mission, I joined in Cherrapunji, and the Swami Gokulanandaji, who was there in church, Swami, he asked me to read the Philokalia. That is the experience of the saints of Soviet Russia. A unique book. They experienced those wonderful things. Then that the letters, the one Christian saint is writing the letters to the nuns. Excellent book. The beautiful letters were there, inspiring letters. Along with the letters of our Hindu saints, we used to read those. But wrong, nothing has happened. I rather enriched myself. So if you read, then only you will get that all the information. So friends, I am spending so much of time on food. Why? You know, this is very important. If the food is correct, then everything is correct. If the food is wrong, then nothing is possible. Your mind is becoming sick. Everything is bad, everything is bad, everything is bad. Mind becomes sick. They say the story, and sometimes the beautiful, the magazine that they publish, the Vedanta from Seattle Ashram, one portion always there will be some jokes will be there. Then there is a joke, and that two friends they were doing, and suddenly the Christian boy told, "Hey, my mother told to go to church, and today is Sunday. I'm just passing through the church. Let me go and say hello to Jesus and come back." So he and other friend was a Jewish boy. So he told, "Okay, I will wait outside." They were good friends. The Christian boy went inside, and he learned the year that sermon the father gave. Then he came back furious and started beating the Jewish boy. He said, "Hey, what happened? Why you are hitting me? What happened?" "Now, just now I came to know." "What you came to know?" "You people killed our Jesus." That was 2000 years before. Who killed? I don't know. Why you are beating me? Look at it. No, he was good friend. But now this moment he ate through year the wrong, this thing, hatred. He changed, the personality changed. Now instead of love, the friendship became a hatred. He started beating his own friend. And that friend also not knowing who is Jesus and who is the Moses. They say, "What is all this thing? Why you are unnecessarily beating me?" But we are doing the same thing, not knowing actually what we are doing. Now some people, they are inspiring others to go and kill the innocent people. The maximum number you can kill, you will get in the heaven, I think, attached bath room. Perhaps. And these fellows, they are so poor, they never ever got a dedicated bathroom for themselves. We told, "Is it? They will get a good bathroom in the heaven? Okay, how many people I have to kill? I am going to do that." But they are going like that. It's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. Really, really, I'm telling. Because this is the way. Then, if you asked me to do that, then I would have asked that person, "Sir, if heaven is such a nice place, why you are not going? Why unnecessarily you are sitting over here recruiting us or something? Instead, you better first go. And then stay over there in the heaven. Why unnecessary suffering for us? You need not to suffer for us. We are all right. You better go." So this is the way we have to understand. Otherwise, we have to be intelligent enough to understand. So now, we are consciousness. God is also consciousness. We are under the spell of that Maya, the power. The God is the ruler of that spell, the Maya. So he is the master of Maya, Maya Adhisha. And we are under that. So the master of the Maya can release us from the clutches of Maya. We will go to the God. And how we will go? We have two things, body and mind. Now, body cannot go over there. It is only the mind can go. And body, we have to retain it. Because without the body, mind cannot function in that. That is another problem. We have to retain the body. And for that, whatever good food is necessary, exercise is necessary, all that things you have to. That's why the rishis, they developed yoga. That's called Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga that gives you strength in the body. So they developed that. So we have to get Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. Unless and until you have a good, healthy health, you cannot meditate. You cannot practice spirituality. So body is also necessary. But you should not give whole concentration on the body. You have to give concentration on the mind. And how these two are surviving, body and mind? Food. What are the foods of the body? That I should give to the body by which it is surviving and nourishing, enjoying. Okay. And what is the food of the mind? The hearing, the smelling, then touching, and all this. Main food is the hearing. So what we should go, it says that you have to go. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said sadhu shanga. You should go to a sadhu. Why sadhu? Because he has already crossed that path. After crossing that only, he can tell you, this is the thing I can tell. After now, when I go back, if somebody is asking, which is the place you think I can go to visit in Canada? What do you think I will say? I will say Calgary. Go and connect these people, they will ask you to do that. And then you can go over there and you can have these, you can have that, so many things. Today we went on the top of the hill. Oh, what an experience. Oh my God. As if you are on the top of the world. You see everything below there, down. Calm and so cool breeze. My God. So all these things are there. So you experience, enjoy. How? Experience. So I can tell them that this is the way you can go after the experience. Suppose nobody has visited that Calgary or Canada. And if you ask him, what he will say? He will say something which he has read, and they'll say, oh, I read in that. Oh, well, from the Google, I can tell you, this is the thing. There may be mistakes. So you have to go to a person who has already seen God. And they say, have you seen God, sir? Yes, I have seen God. And I can show you too. That is Sri Ramakrishna. You must have read the gospel biography of Sri Ramakrishna. The young Naren, when came and asked, sir, have you seen God? No hypocrisy. No here and there answer. Beating the bush. Direct answer. I have seen God and I can show it to you. And now he can really tell that. So we have to go to a sadhu sangha. The problem is how you will understand a man who is a sadhu. And most of the Indian sadhu will always say, I was in Himalaya. And because the Himalaya conception, if you are in Himalaya means you are a religious person. Thousands of people live in Himalaya and they are carrying the load, and for all this, those who are going for mounting and all that, they carry. Are they all great sages? You lived in Himalaya to what? Nothing. It never changes. Himalaya, the atmosphere is there, that is okay. But have you practiced spirituality? Then only. One person was giving a talk and he was telling, and of course, now and then he was looking at me because I was the only Indian sitting there. So he was afraid of me. So he was telling, I told nothing. He said, I was in 12 years in Himalaya. I saw my past life. I can read the others' life. And all people, the eyebrows high, they were listening to him. It's okay. Then no problem. But you know, a good monk will never ever say anything like that. How to know a holy person is really challenging. Oh, I was in this university and then I met a Nobel laureate. He's so close to me, and oh my God, he's a great person. And like that, you know, every year so many people are passing through these universities. So what is there? So many people, they are not only they passed away from that, they're also teaching over there. So many highly educated people are there. Every year, hundreds and thousands, they're coming out. Every year, Nobel laureates are getting all this thing. So what is there? For spiritual life, these things are not necessary. Suppose you are a doctor, it counts. From which university, which college you have got that. Suppose engineer, and the moment you mention your alma mater, people will know, oh, this is a great, good engineer. And that is necessary. For a monk, if you mention, it's doubtful. He's not a good monk. Because he is not forgetting, rather, he is having the pride in that. Attachment is still there. There's an opposite, negative thing. So, who is a good sadhu? One who is only having love for each and everyone without discrimination. One who is completely free from selfishness, no selfish attitude. And that is a real sadhu. So that is why to find out a holy person is so difficult. Shankaracharya in his book, Vivek Chudamani, he mentioned that the human birth is very precious. Then the desire to get the liberation, another. And third is a sadhu, is a good holy person to guide you. Manushyatam, mumukshutvam, mohapurusha samastraya is so difficult, mahapurusha. And we always get confused about the mahapurusha. You know that Swami, he never eats. Don't come to me. I eat 4 times. He doesn't eat at all? No, only surviving on air. Acha, you should take him to hospital, they should check him. That's not a good thing. How he survive? So this way only they're going on telling. Pauhari Baba is Hari used to eat little, that's what. But anyway, this is the main thing. But what is his character? They won't judge. The people, they like to listen to these. He can fly, he can walk on the water, he can do this, he can do that. When you come to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, completely different. In those days, the monk days, they are supposed to be under the tree, never inside the room. Sri Ramakrishna was inside the room, on a bed. And he was careful about his bed also. And he is having the dress also, properly. And when he is going to meet any good person, and then he is careful about the bottoms, whether he has fixed it or not. See, when he speaks, that gives all the best ideas the human can concept, that is the way we have to. Because in his mind, it was only love and nothing else. No selfishness. He used to go to the church to listen to them, how they are praying. Mother, I should go, but I should not enter because the people are still not ready to accept it. So from the door, I will listen how they are praying. I will go to them and to listen. And he practiced the Islam, the Sufi Islam. And one lady came to give a talk on Sufism. You know that we have started in Chicago a series of talk, know and love. That is the series. First, you should know the other, and then you can love. So we are inviting different scholars. A Sufi person came, a lady, and she spoke nicely. And on the Sufism, it is in the website, you can listen to it. One beautiful idea about the Sufism. Sri Ramakrishna practiced that Sufism. And I told her, you know, our Lord, our God, he practiced Sufism. What is wrong in that? And after that, he said, all paths are leading to the same goal. So first you have to go to a sadhu sangha. And second is the nirjan basa. Now it says 1912. Now you have to calculate. When from that is problem. And 712. Okay. That is okay. This is the way we have to understand. Now, first is sadhu sangha. How we will know a sadhu? He's not giving any advertisement, nothing is there. He's full of love and no other differentiations. It's really nice person. And the moment he comes, you feel joy. That is also there. Because God is full of joy, happiness. The moment you are in the company of that person, you are full with joy, happiness, always. That is called a sadhu. And after sadhu sangha, only going with him won't go. You have to listen to him and you have to practice also. When you are listening to him and you are practicing, slowly your mind will also start thinking positively. No negative thought. Anyone criticizing you, you can do, oh my God, look at it. He loves me so much, always careful about me, trying to rectify me in every step. It's so good. Let me follow whatever he or she says, if it is possible. Why should I be angry? It's good. By that way, if you think, you are developing your spiritual life. And the wave, a positive wave is also going to transform that negative person also. A tremendous power of thought. If you are thinking positively, it reaches out millions heart, positive wave. And if you think negatively, it also goes out in that way. So we should always try to think positively. In the war time, they will always send out. Now, nowadays, it's a mass destruction, we can say. They're constantly telling lies, both the sides, both the camps. And we are thoroughly confused, getting inspired with those. And we are also going on sending to our friends. And unknowingly, we are committing sin. Tomorrow, we will discuss about the karma, the action. This is the theory. And now, there's a practical side of it is this. We can become God if we can truly go to a sadhu and listen to him. Nothing like Sri Ramakrishna. At this age, in this modern age, it is a Sri Ramakrishna time. And different time, different type of people came. Because the environment was different, psychology, mentality of the people were different. Now it is the modern time, Sri Ramakrishna. Why? Did you notice everywhere people want to become close to each other? They like to know each other. And the science has developed in such a way the whole world is now on your palm. You can listen to anything. That is the way we have to understand each other. You cannot convert all the people to your thought and philosophy. It is not possible. That is a wrong dream. You cannot. So what you can do, you can appreciate that. Oh, you are proceeding to that way? Good. Let us also try. You are going to climb on the Himalayan top. You can proceed through Nepal. You can go through China. You can go from the Indian side. But the thing is, you have to go and reach over there on the top of the hill, top of the mountain. Which side they are going, which path they are taking, it doesn't matter at all. You know why it is different? Different type of paths. I always give this type of example. Suppose you like to go from Chicago to Washington, D.C., and you go to a person, sir, how can I go from Chicago to Washington, D.C.? Hey, look, my grandfather, he took a flight from here and went. My father, he took a flight. I also the same. I'm telling you, that is the only path. Go to the airport, purchase a ticket, take a flight, and you land over there. That is so easy. Correct. Another will say, hey, You can't enjoy the trip. You'll be sitting like this, and then there's no proper leg space and all that. Nowadays, they don't give the tea also, all negative things. You better go by train. Ah, beautiful. And from the train, you can see all the sights, and then they will serve you food. And it may take 1 day or 2 days, it doesn't matter. You'll reach to Washington. Correct. And my generations, they are traveling by train. He's also correct. No. Third will say, why you are losing your freedom? Take your own car, drive, stop here, stop there, enjoy this, enjoy that. You are reaching there after 2-3 days. What is there? You are only going for a vacation. So no problem for you. He is also correct. But the problem is when they say only path to reach from Chicago to Washington, D.C. is by road. And if you don't follow that, I will kill you. That is. I came only to get the advice. And now, this is the problem. In the religion also, the moment you go to somebody, only this is the path. Follow it or I am going to kill you. This is. So what Sri Ramakrishna says when he says the combination of all religion, he never says that you have to convert yourself. No. Never ever. Swami Vivekananda also very clearly mentioned, shall I want that the Christian will become a Hindu? God forbid. Shall I want that Hindu will become a Christian? God forbid. No. You follow your own path. Only don't criticize others. Don't disturb others. Rather accept that that is also a path. And how you will know that you have reached over there? After reaching over there, all of you will meet, before White House. And can you please help me to take a snap? That man, same man. You came by flight, right? And I came by driving. Okay. We're all meeting over there, isn't it? It's just like that. Just like that. Because when you go to God, it is love and unselfishness. And nothing else. So this, if we can remember, we have to look at the person. He is claiming that he is a religious person, but is he having these qualities? If not, from distance. It's okay, no problem. You go ahead, but I am not following you. So this is the way we have to. Sadhu Sangha, and then comes the Nirjana Vasa. Why Nirjana Vasa? Because after you listen, then you have to ponder over it. Otherwise, it will be just jumble up. When I was telling today someone that, there are always two things. That one is entertainment, another is enlightenment. The mostly we go to the religious talks for entertainment. And we go and we laugh and then we are wonderful. And if the Vedantic Swami is coming, you are God. Is it? No problem. Well, immediately one hamburger and I am God. And he's punching. Very good. No problem. I am God. He said, that's okay. And now, if you are that, that what happened, one gentleman, he was a nice person, I knew him. And suddenly his wife reported that he is not going to the office, sitting constantly before the window, looking at the sky. When you ask, he said, I'm searching my Atman. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm only the Atman. I'm searching for that. Why you are searching over there? You can search in your office also. And if you go to search in your office, at least you will get the salary. But he won't go. And what happened afterwards? And his wife had to take a job somehow to survive. And that man slowly started losing. Then she told Swamiji, your Vedanta, I'm so sorry. Can you please take him to a doctor right now, immediately? That is not the way. When you say that I am Brahman, before that you have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself. Shama, Dhamma, and all these things are there. After that only, then Guru will say, Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. Not that ordinary thing. You know what type of training they used to give? They will ask that Shishya, take these 100 cows into the jungle. When they become 1,000, come back. 100 will become 1,000. Then only you can return back to Guru. What he will do? Only meditate and ponder how this world is going on. Who is giving us food? Who is protecting us? What is this body constantly changing? What is this mind constantly changing? After that, you come back. And one day he heard the bull is telling him, hey, we are now 1,000. Let us go back. And you can say cock and bull story. Can the bull talk like that? It can. Because everything is consciousness by that time. And the bull told, sir, let us go back. We are now 1,000. And he came back. And looking at his face, the Guru told, Brahmagyani. Because what is that Brahman? Everything is consciousness. So that is the way you have to learn. Do you have that patience? Then only. It is better to learn. There's nothing wrong. But to practice, you should know where you stand. Otherwise, it will be difficult. I went to some place in Colorado, and everyone was running. And my devotee there, young man, so with the camera and all that, Swamiji, let us go. Early morning we went. What is there? And the hills are soft stone. So when the wind comes in the morning time, it goes and then makes some different sound, and also sometimes a hole. There is a big hole on a huge another stone. That's called sun eye. When the sun is coming up first time, you can see through that. All people are running over there. You have to run. I also tried. Then I felt, no, heart is not giving the... so I told, no. Halfway I stopped and told, no, I'll be waiting over here. Don't worry about me. You better go. The young man, so he went over there. And a group of Americans, they were going, they were running because they were late. And the one gentleman told, hey, sir, won't you go over there to see the sun? I told, no, sun will come and see me. I need not to go. Sun will come. So, sun came and saw me. And why you have to go and see from the sun is coming? So anyway, the people, they think that it is the way, the nice. They all go over there. You have to know yourself. And suppose they also run like that, and then 911. And 911 people will say, why you have brought him? We are now seeing the sunrise instead of him. So this is the way it goes. So you have to understand where you are. From there you start. And nothing, no problem. You know, that is they say sadhu sangha. What Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, talk to God. Talk to God. You have the faith, God is there, God is everywhere, and God must be in this picture. So when you come and talk to God, sir, I prayed to you, but you never answered. What is it? I also gave you some good food, and she also gave. His prayers are answered, but why not mine? What is the problem? I can also make good food and offer you. You must have to. Why not? I am also your child, and she is also your child. If you are listening to her, why not me? You can fight with God. Why? God is my Father. We can always talk to God and fight with Him. We cannot fight with others. You know, they will find the children, they will come and they will show their anger on father and mother. Why? Because they love their father and mother. And they know the father and mother will take care of them. If they go to some other person and say like that, will they? They will never say. They are humble. But before the Father, they are all showing all this. And like that, when you come to God, don't be afraid before God. Because God is our Father. Who taught us? Sri Ramakrishna. A group of people, they were telling, oh God, you are so kind. You have given us the daily bread, daily bread. So hey, why you are thinking like that? Why should I have to thank my Father all the time? He has given me the birth and it is his responsibility to look after me. So why he should not? And every time we need to think, thank him. Because the relation between the Father, can you develop that relation with God? That's all. It's so simple. Wherever you go, tell your father, I'm going out, these are the some responsibility I have to fill up, and then only this thing is happening. I will come and report, please be with me. And you go and finish the job, and sometimes you remember, are you with me? This is all difficult times. This boss is very bad, but I have to give a smiling face all the time. Be with me, help me. Truly, God will be with you. Can you behave like that? Just a son or a daughter of God. Why should I have to think in different way? That is also the bhakti yoga. And it says in that, and when you are thinking, well, shall I do it? Yes. The sadhu sangha, God is there. I am conscious. God is also conscious. But I am bound. God is the master. I pray to God. And how? Because the sadhu said, the holy person said, then you go to a very calm place. This is a wonderful ashram. You come and sit over here. Sometimes you can sit, keep like a chair, you can sit over there. Look at the Thakur's eyes or mother's eyes constantly and pray. Now you look to me, look to me, look to me, see me, see me, see me. If you pray like that, suddenly you will feel, yes, the mother is looking at you. And cry and cry and cry. Nirjana, and very calm and quiet. Nobody around, nobody will see that. Then that is very, very personal. Nobody should know when you are praying. And then afterwards, you should do the vichara. What? I can pray. This world is temporary. Everything is going to change. I should pray as long they are there. Let everybody be healthy and happy. But God, last moment when I am dying, that time you should be with me. You should be with me. Swami Ishatmanandaji Maharaj used to say to us that you should pray every day. On my last moment, God, you should be with me. And Ma Sharadamani Devi also promised, those who have taken the name of God, do you think that will be wasted? No. The Thakur will come because he has promised. We'll never break the promise. And finally, prarthana. What is the prarthana? Talking with God. And if you are talking with God, then only you can listen to God. Prarthana means when you are talking to God. Because beautifully they say, when you are talking to God, that is called prayer. And when you are listening from God, that is meditation. You are calm and quiet and just listening to God and Om, 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 constantly you're within, it's coming. And that is the way we can really, really transform ourselves. It is the not only entertainment, but enlightenment. The food that is necessary for the body, I'm not, whatever I like, just to retain this body, it's okay. No, don't make any fuss about it. And secondly, because it's wastage of time. And secondly, I should listen only positive words, no negative. Because the time is short. We do not know when we are going to die. All positive thing. Then whatever we see, all positive thing. No negative, nothing negative. And by that way, slowly, slowly, when you are feeding the positive vibration to your mind, mind is purified. What is the purification of the mind? That it thinks positively. It all the time it generates love for everyone. That is a pure mind. And the moment is the pure mind, is the calm mind. And when it's a calm mind, a reflection of God, your own self will be there. And that is the way we should understand. And it is the most easiest way. Tomorrow, we will discuss about the king, one famous king, Nimi. His name is Nimi. In those days, in the ancient time, the the great scholars, they used to roam from one country to small states. And they never fought with each other. Rather, they used to invade how many educated people are living in my site, in my place. Wealthy people, educated people, cultured people, they should be in my place. So they used to throw out things like the offerings. Please come. And by that, Nimi, the very famous king, so suddenly he got the 9 brothers, Navayogi. The 9 brothers, they were all yogis, very famous for their knowledge. So they heard about this wonderful king, the good king, a just king. So they were visiting. So king is asking some questions to this. When the yogis are coming, educated people are coming, how you can give respect to them? By asking question. And when you are asking the question, they will give the reply. Tomorrow, in the morning session, we will see that how the king is asking question and the Navayogi is giving the answer. And they will help us to realize God. There's a very simple way they will tell. And they will tell us that teachers are different type. So we have to slowly go one after another. And finally, instead of the afternoon, I like to do it before lunch will be all right. After lunch is not necessary. So before lunch, we will practice a little meditation also, because as Thakur said, meditation is necessary. So that meditation, and then we'll conclude. Now, question answer if you have any question.
The starting was I am Chaitanya, Ishwar is Chaitanya. So I am Chaitanya, he is Chaitanya, he is Chaitanya, she is Chaitanya, Ishwar is Chaitanya. Are they all different?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So he was asking, he just asked that, are we all different consciousness? We are all conscious. Now, we are blinking, we are talking, we are moving because of that power. And that is conscious power. When that is not there, we are dead. Though the body is there with all these things are there in the body, but we cannot see, we cannot hear, because something is missing. What is that? Consciousness. No, this is the conscious. Are they all different consciousness? In answer, yes and no. Why yes? The actual consciousness, the real consciousness, that is reflecting on our intellect. So when it is a reflection, but it is individual reflection. By that way, I am with me. So suppose you are keeping some tumblers and full of water, and on that the sunlight is reflecting, sun is reflecting, then you can say, oh, I have 100 suns over here. So they are separate. At the same time, they are not separate because only one sun is there. But that is why we are experiencing differently. The my suffering is not his suffering. My joy is not her joy. So that is why it is all individual. But at the same time, the consciousness with the sun is the same. The Vedantin gives this answer. The Vedantin say we are all different. Now, if it is a consciousness reflecting, then why we are talking so much about it? Because it is very powerful. And I always give this reply, the example. In the villages, I have seen the children, they are playing with the broken glasses. And sometimes the mirror, broken piece of mirror, they will reflect the sunlight and will throw it into the dark room. The whole room is become lighted. It is not the original light. It's the reflected light, but the room is lighted. Action is there, as if the sun is giving the light over there. Sometimes they'll be putting on the corner of a paper, and after some time holding, Because of the sun ray pointing, it will start burning. So these are the plays, the games they used to play, and obviously action of the sun is present, but actually it is not the sun, reflected sun. Similarly, the consciousness reflecting on our buddhi is so powerful, we can calculate how from here we can send people to Mars, to moon. That intellect is there. Can you imagine? So that is the way it works. But moment you go to the original, think of that. Only in reflection so much. When the original, what will happen? And that is why we wonder when you look at Ramakrishna, when you look at Jesus, when you look at Buddha, when you look at these spiritual luminaries. So how so much of the knowledge is there? The Vedic rishis, so much of knowledge. Where from? Because the reflection was more and more. So that is the reason. They are individual, at the same time they are not. Actual is different. Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
Swamiji, you talked about food, right? So today doctors prescribe diet, keto diet, this diet. So what is your spiritual diet for the food for the mind?
Yeah, this is attending the retreat. That is the first thing. That is a spiritual diet. It's truly. But where they are always talking about the positive thing. If there is a negative, isko saath nahi milna, don't talk to him, don't eat this, don't go over there, don't go there. Anyone saying negative way, no, it is not. All positive it should be. If God has created every being, then why not? And I am confident, even if I go and listen to those people, I'm not going to be carried away by that. I am confident. So why not you allow me? That freedom should be there. That's why Swami Vivekananda, he said, freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom is the first condition of growth. That's so wonderful. He liked America because freedom. So much of freedom over here. And otherwise, so naturally, go to listen to those. When you are reading the books also, because that is also, you are giving food to the mind. When you are reading the books, sometimes the natural different type of stories is okay. But when it is a spiritual book, read those books that written by those people, those realized God. Then someone is a very good writer, he has command over the language, then he will put this thing, that thing in such a way, and your mind will be confused. No, not that. You read some of the beautiful sayings of the Raja Maharaj, Swami Brahmanandaji, a wonderful teaching. And some of the question answers of Shivananda and the letters of Swami Vivekananda, very inspiring letters. By that way, after the reading when you are sleeping, you get inspired. So these are the food for the mind.
One question. You just gave us the example of 911 in Colorado. So for us, how can we avoid calling 911? How do we know where we are at spiritual life?
See, then the spiritual life, if you feel to pray to God, that is your life. So you must, when you are all alone, no one around, then you open up your mind to God and talk to God. Sit over there for hours and talk to God. Then you pray to God and you feel as if somebody is listening to you, and slowly, slowly all the mind's burden will go away. So that is your path. Some people, that is a valid path and very excellent path, but Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna never talked about the Jnana Marga before others. He used to close the doors and windows when he used to teach only Narendra and only few, very chosen. Otherwise, if you start thinking that I am God and stop practicing without any preparation, it will be completely a disaster. One couple came, a South Indian couple. I met them in our nearby temple. Our ashrama is in Homer Glen. So Homer Glen is a village, and our next village is Lemont, and there is a Hindu temple, very famous Hindu temple. They used to come over there. Suddenly they came to me. Then I told, hey, how come today you are here? So have you visited Hindu temple? No, we have stopped going over there. I told, why? Sometimes, you are going to the temple authorities are there. You don't like their talking and all that. Some sort of the differences. So they stop visiting temple and all that. I always say, you are not visiting the temple authority. The temple authority is for 2 years. But you are going to see Ramchandra and Ma Durga. These are two temples. So why don't you go over there? They are there all the time. But these two, they came and told, no, we have stopped visiting temple because we are now searching for our own self. Who am I? I told you, mom. Another problem. Because the long back, I think I told some of her, I went to somebody's house. I was sitting and they went inside to bring something. One small little girl, she was playing somewhere, suddenly entered into that room, saw me, and she was taken aback. Who is this man? Then afterwards, slowly, she came near and said, who are you? Then I told, sweetie, that is the thing I'm searching. Who am I? Then she was very much concerned, went inside. After some time, came back and told with great, can't you remember your own name? No, who am I? So these fellows, now suddenly they have started. So that's why I'm concerned. They are not understanding what is pure Vedanta. You know what Swami Vivekananda said? The Vedanta is self-confidence. That's all. Shankaracharya's Vedanta, that was far, the very ancient time. There was no other problem. That Vedanta was completely different. Our life is so complicated now. We have to grow our children. We have to fight with daily. The price is increasing. Everything is all problem everywhere. And now suddenly if we start thinking I am the Brahman, then that is very dangerous. And that is why one should be careful, very, very careful. Sometimes some people, educated people, they say, Maharaj, I think that we should follow the path of Ramana Maharshi. You know the Ramana Maharshi, past life he was a yogi, and now in this life, the just final touch he is giving. He used to go inside the cave and he will be lying down, allowing the hundreds and thousands of ants to come and bite him. And he will be observing whose body actually they are biting. I am not the body. I am not the mind. Why should I feel pain when the thousands are biting? Can you do that? And Raman Maharshi. So, if you try to be, so you should be original and you say, no, this is good for me. But this is a path that is for the higher people. This is my path. Now the physicists, when they are making they are graphing and all that, the mathematics, you cannot understand. The way the calculation goes, a huge thing like these and that, it's very complicated. And if you go 3 years old and with a pencil and slate, I like to learn mathematics, what will happen to you? So that's why, don't try that. Those who are really that height, go, no problem. For me, I will come and cry and I will tempt my God. You love jalebi, I will give you jalebi. In state, you have to give me this exchange. That only, by that way, it's also all right. The question is, am I talking to God? That is a huge thing. I'm not deceiving anyone, creating problem, but with my joy to talk to God. And constantly, if you pray to God, that is a wonderful way. So think in that way, whatever is good. There is karma is there, meditation is also there. So combination of all the. Yes.
Is there any spiritual way that you can share with us how to overcome this body consciousness, this pain, migraine? You've taken medicine, of course, even Thakur used to take and he said that you should take. And that doesn't let the pain go away. He could smile and laugh and, like, you know, we are just normal average people. Everything fails at that time. You know, when you have pain, you can't smile. Is there any practical tip for those kinds of, just to start with? I mean,
So the body consciousness.
I will just add to that question, more a similar question to you, so that you can answer
Yes.
one common thing. Dr. Ishatmanandaji asked you the same thing, more or less, with Devi and Maharaj kindly accept our meetings and Shashwat Pranam. Even though the body be inferior to mind, a painful body, as we were saying, may interfere with achieving a calm state of mind. So the painful body is interfering with achieving
Of
a calm
course.
state of mind. So how do ordinary householders like us address this
Oh,
challenge?
no ordinary. We also. So constantly we're keeping in the pocket the Tylenol and all that is always there. So what to do? The body is like this, you know. So when the body, the consciousness will go away and you have reached to that highest place. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, if you read, I was reading the Gospel, English Gospel, and that is the chapter we are going to read. We concluded over there. He is asking, holding the hand of the doctor and telling, so can you cure me? I am really suffering. But next moment he is telling, is the avatar. So he is telling, you know, I saw my body is going out. Someone like me. There is no pain in this body. It is only just a game is going on. I am not suffering. So that is a complete different thing. We have to take care of our body. So I am not telling that we have to, when we forget our body in night time when we sleep, similarly, at a time of meditation, try to forget your body. That is the thing. When we sleep, if we are remembering our body, we cannot sleep. So we have to forget our body, and we do every time. Meditation time also, same way, try to forget your body. And then, the other time, we have to be careful about the body, about the food, about the clothing, about the bathing and keeping it clean every time, little exercise, everything what is necessary. Then afterwards, body is body, it will be whatever, what will happen. But slowly, we will detach ourselves from the body. And we will know that I am not dying, the body is dying. So that automatically will come. This is the spiritual growth slowly, automatically it will come. Right this moment it is not, but that lady was asking. Yes, you wanted to ask something?
How do you stay positive without spiritual bypassing? Like, with people who are being harmed or injustices in the world, how do you stay positive while actually responding to negative realities?
Can you please tell me that? Can you please repeat the question?
Okay. How do you talk about staying in positive thought, right?
Positive thought.
How do you do that without bypassing like actual harmful situations in the world? Like,
Oh, no, it is there. We have to be careful always, very practical. When some harmful situation, we should be very, very careful. But I should try to send out in my prayer all positive vibration. That's why in the beginning they say, Sarvastaratu Durgani, Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu, Sarva Sadbuddhimapnotu, Sarva Sarvatra Nandatu, Let everybody be happy wherever they are. Let everybody be healthy wherever they are. Let them be free from all anxiety and suffering. I am sending out my prayer. And what will happen? My mind will be broadened. Some other people, they are not thinking in this way. They are negative. I should be very careful when I am handling with them. But when I am praying, I can pray out in that way. But if I say, let that man get killed and that is very bad. That type of bad prayer also will harm me. I should be careful to protect myself from the harmful things, but at the same time, I should send out positive thought prayer for everyone. That is the thing. And when you are doing that, slowly, all positive vibration will come to you. They will protect you. There are two types of things constantly moving. One is Deva, another Ashura. The Ashura means all bad vibrations. Another is Deva, that is all good vibrations. They're all there. The moment you are thinking good, all good thoughts will start coming. And suddenly good people, you will get association with all good people. You will find all around you good people. They are not your relatives. They are not the known people, but they are all good people. You will find in the association of God many good people. The moment you start thinking badly, slowly, you will go first to the police station, then to the jail, and then that happens. That is truly happens. That if you think negatively or negative, did you notice? Sometimes the parents, they try to protect the children from the influence of others. If someone is addicted to the song, someone is addicted to the game, so they will take a transfer and go somewhere new place where the children is not having the family, friends. So the parents think, oh, now they will not go to all this. After a month or so, they will find in there a group of people who love song. He will go and join them. And the other boy, he will find his friend who loves play games. How it happens? Because the vibration. When I am thinking, my vibration is reaching out. And then same vibration people will come to me. It's true. Same vibration people will come to me. That's why if you are thinking positively, positive vibration. Today, one of our devotee, he was going to tell us a difficult story perhaps, when we were in that, what is that called? When we were Gondola. That's and I had to stop to, hey, not now. When you come back, then only negative. The moment you think, immediately they will come. That's true. That's why you should not think negative. It's all around so really don't get scared. The things are always there. The Swami Vivekananda, Maharaj, their all influences is there. Anytime you are thinking, when you are going out of just starting to drive, Ma, please be with me. Bas Mother is with you. Durga, Durga, Durga. Ma Durga will be with you. Oh, what will happen if somebody is not maintaining the card speed, or if there is a skidding and these things. All negative started and then you will go and skid somewhere. So that's why it's better to be very, very positive thought. I'm telling you. I think we should stop now because the Ram Nam we have to sing. And so wonderful talking with you tomorrow morning again.